Hi, beautiful spices. Hi, beautiful spices. Welcome to a new era. My name's Emma. Spices. I might start to call you that in the future or now. So I've been away for a long time. I know it's been a gazillion years that since you had your last or latest message from me. Just long story short, my son has kept being sick over and over again, and I'm just back right now, and I'm doing the very best that I can to get these messages out. So we're gonna see what's going on for you for the month of September. We're gonna start with an overview here, and then just go deeper and deeper into the message and see what's going on. So, Spices. Let's see what we have for you. If you would please subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that a lot. When I'm not here for like a week or two, it drops dramatically, which is crazy. And it helps me so much if you enjoy this channel, if you watch some content that you like, maybe consider to subscribe. It doesn't cost a penny, but it helps me a lot. Okay, let's see what's going on, Pisces. There we have it. Legends. I love this card. So, wow. Okay, when I'm starting here, like immediately my left brain, I was like, which side is that? My left side is clamping up a little bit. The left side not in the body, but in the brain is due to anything analytical, anything like theoretical, anything is not the creative side, it's a logical mind, right? So there's something, and that might just be for a couple of people. That's not going to be for every species. It might just be for like one or two of you guys, but still it clamps up. I get a little bit of, it's not headache, but it's like, it's a little bit tight or tense. So maybe there's like something is overwhelming you at the moment, or something like looking into logistics or something is a little bit too much for you, or like you just need to calm the stresses down of your mind a little bit. It's not your right side, it's not the creative mind, it's the structured, the theoretical, the structured mind that is, or part of the brain that is a little bit overworked. So just want to say that, and I hope that it lets go a little bit, just as I said it, because usually just as I voice it, or as I like sort of deliver the message, then it sort of calms down. It actually already calms down. So it's not mine, that's yours for sure. Still there though, a little bit. Ouch. Okay. And this to me is, or try to ignore my nails. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna see what I'm just gonna say what I'm seeing here, because it's a little bit meta. It's a little bit metaphysical. It's outside the box for sure. And maybe that is due to you're trying something new, you're trying to step outside the box, and something is so much so that it really challenges the left brain. It challenges the control, it challenges the structure, the comfort, the control, the organized. Like it's a little bit overworked, I feel. Maybe you just need some sort of reassurance that everything is fine. Like whatever you're doing right now with your right mind, whatever you're doing with your stepping outside of the box is fine. Like you just need to talk to yourself a little bit. So what I'm seeing here today is that, okay, so there's this woman sitting in this creek. This is a creek running through here. And then on top of that sits this huge, I don't know if you see that, there's a huge angel. If we can focus. There you go. Actually sort of reminds me of like peacock feathers or something like coming out of her head. I have actually not seen that before. And actually there's a gazillion, both butterflies and birds. I haven't seen them either. I've never seen those. This is I've had this deck for I don't know how long. I've never seen those. So up on this corner, there's so many birds. I think that was birds there. Yes, birds there. And then on this side, there's a lot of butterflies. So if we start to look, okay. I see a lot of butterflies and a lot of birds. Do you see them as well? And so, oh my God, it feels like there's a gazillion messages that wants to come out. Just one thing at a time and just bear with me. So first, there's a message within the fact that we're just seeing something. It might have always been there. It might have always been there. And that this might be like a part of yourself, another version of yourself, a talent of yours, a psychic ability, like something that's sort of inherently, it sort of came with the DNA, or it came with the structure of who you are when you were born, right? So it has always been there. But it's like right now, and I get reminded again, like on my left brain, like this is a little bit tricky, like it's a little bit overwhelming to step into this. It might be challenging for your control. It might be challenging for your beliefs, your belief system, because this is not the norm. It's not what you're used to, but you must be interested in it, because you would have never, I'm yet to find a person who's like really into something without the interest being there. So, but it might be overwhelming because it's just really new to you, or like it's going a little bit fast for you or your control system. So anyway, there might be something that was always there, but now you're just seeing it. You're just discovering it. So that might be a just one thing, and that might be, that is a message within itself. And then we have the bird message, the bird and the butterflies, birds and the bees, the birds and the butterflies. The birds for me represent messengers or messages. Like there are new messages coming in, and that might be because you're now opening up for something new. You're opening up to another realm perhaps, or another dimension, or other parts of yourself that was always there. They've been in you, inside of you, like somewhere, a part of you, is bringing about those new messages. There's messages coming in. And also this, the butterfly represents transformation. It represents new. It represents a new version of you. So it's like all fits together right there. So that is a thing going on, like almost like an oversoul thing, like an over, because I feel like this is you like in actual life. And this is also you, this big oversoul, this big angel part of you that has so many talents and abilities, and that was always there, but you never saw it. But it's like, okay, so it's like something in your life right now, you're being offered this path, or you have stepped into this path. We have a little troll there that offers this crystal. And he's not sneaky whatsoever. He's just there to sort of, I just feel like that's the bridge. That could have easily been like a rainbow or something, because it talks about a connection between the oversoul and you, the connection between you and other dimensions, between you and another version of you, between you and abilities. And it's like this middle part, because it might be a little bit tricky to just jump straight to this, to just be this all of a sudden. So there's like a little bridge in between. So that can also be like little symbols, little synchronistic events are showing up for you, even like literally people or something in, if you're watching something on television, or you hear something through a song, or just something all of a sudden just appears in your mind, that is like working as a middle ground, a connection between where you're at and this higher realm. And so it's like if you sort of tune into this crystal, that's going to link you to this. Or if you tune into this part of yourself, that's going to connect to this other part. So it's not too much of a jump, if that makes sense. And this little lizard here, which is on fire, it feels like, okay, so we put this, it sounds really like big and dramatic when I say it, and I sort of don't mean it, but like that's doomed. It's done with. We put it, it started to burn. Like soon enough, there's not going to be any, it's just going to sort of evaporate. Evaporate, I think it's called. Like something goes up into thin air, like it just disappears. I think it was The Rock. The Rock, not the person, the movie with and I'm not gonna think of the actors being in the movie now, but The Rock, with the prison and all of that. Anyway, spoiler alert, but I mean it's really old, that movie. So it's something about, like, at the very end they're talking about a person evaporating. It's like, can one evaporate? I think that was the first time that I heard it, and I think I haven't used it ever since. But still, okay. That was a side note. Good movie, by the way. Okay, anyway. Anyway, it feels like it's like, okay, so you're thinking about like being a part of the old story of you, the old version of you, the older way of thinking, the part of you that sort of is a dying version of yourself. It's not doing anything for you anymore. Like the version of yourself that you have used up until this point. What a different message this is today. This is for the month of September. So you're in for a change, or you're in for a shift in your life, should you choose to take that path. Is like we have this part down here that is like an old version of you, and you're thinking about sort of transcending, or you are transcending as we speak. Maybe your life like is a little bit put into turmoil, or testing your limits right now, or testing your boundaries, testing your. It might be why like there's a little bit of headache. It's not headache, but the tension in your head going on, or like there's an overwhelm to your nervous system or to your body because it's all a little bit too much. Just ask it to slow down. You have control over this. Like you have control about not having control. You can literally just say out loud, or say like on your inner planes, just calm down. I love this path. I want this path. I'm intrigued by this path, but for the love of myself, calm down. Like take it a little bit slower. Because the overwhelm to your brain shows that it's going a little bit too fast for your nervous system, for your control, for your belief system, to feel completely comfortable with the change, okay? It doesn't mean that you're not going to go there. It just means that it goes a little bit fast. And I'm getting the hip. I mean, there's a lot of people, when there's something moving a little bit too fast, or something is moving a little bit too fast and you feel like you can't really catch up with it, or when there's a little bit of worry or a little bit of fear that's attached to the changes going on, there can be a pain in the hip on each, doesn't matter if it's left or right side. Maybe you're having it more on your right side right now because of the overwhelm so your left brain is attached to your right side of the body, right? And your right side is attached to the left side of your body. So if there's an overwhelm on the left side, it might be that you have more of a pain on the right side of your hip. It might even cause trouble with your legs. That's just an indication that things are moving a little bit too quickly, or the things that are changing feels a little bit like scary for you, ask it to slow down. Okay, that was a long intro for just like an overview for that was almost felt like the entire message. But let's get some clarification here. Let's just jump into these cards. Okay, can we clarify this? Can we clarify this somehow? Yeah. Okay. I just feel like there's so much more to say about this, but I'm gonna just say one more thing, and that's some people might think that this is like scary, like what you're inviting. And I even had like this conversation with this lady the other day, a personal reading with this lady the other day, and she was like, if I open up to like all these other realms, if I open up, like, what do I invite? I'm so scared of what I'm inviting. Are there dark forces? Are there, like, what am I inviting? And like, just think of it this way. You can't invite something that you're not. If you're the darkest person that ever lived, maybe, you know, I wouldn't open up to other dimensions or invite other things. But it's the same with the people. Like, you can only attract what you are. You can only attract your own vibration. And so if you're a really, really dark person, you probably have really dark friends, or you have like just one accident after the other happening on the planet already as it is. So it doesn't matter if you open up to this planet or if you open up to other dimensions, like with the intention to open up to other dimensions or other versions of yourself, or tuning into psychic abilities. Like, if there's any type of fear due to that, just know that you can never attract what you're not. So already, if you're really interested in angels and other dimensions and your own psychic abilities, and automatically most people are of a higher vibration. And if you are of a higher vibration, you'll attract what's of a higher vibration, right? Doesn't matter where we're at, in what dimension. It's not all of a sudden a completely different mathematics just because you open up to another dimension. You can only attract so much because we are on the planet. So, okay. Pisces, what a different message here today for the month of September. And it's called Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. So it's like, yeah. Okay. So I have to like just stop it now because I feel like there's so much that could be said. Transformation and material harvest. So we already had that, like we already saw that there's a big transformation going on with all of those butterflies. And we already see that, like, choosing a new version of yourself, like I just said, you think like that's going to be a very interesting path for you right now, should you choose this path. I see these, like, the butterfly wings are like literally on you. You're the transformation. You're the butterfly. So it's not even like things are happening around you. You are the transformation. And I see this like big face, like this huge face, and whatever sort of mask or whatever face that has been sitting like upon you, like that whole, it's not just one tiny little, I'll just take this little thing off and then the real actual Pisces comes through. This feels like almost like an entire, whatever has not been true about who you are is now coming off because of your choosing. It's not forcing you to. It's not, you know, it might go a little bit fast, so just ask it to slow down. But there's a huge transformation that you have to look forward to. This thing would excite me so much. Together with material harvest, I just feel like because you have sort of lived in a little bit of a restrained version of yourself, anything and everything that you've been asking for has also been sort of probably a little bit slow in coming. If you have already come into this material harvest, like come into more money, come into more support, maybe even more time, more literal things that you would ask for in your life, actual things, this probably is quite recent. And if you haven't already come in there, this is what you're now also opening up for, because you are the transformation. You are the place and the position of what you want. Does that make sense? It feels like we need another 3 weeks on this topic, but there's huge transformation for you, because you are the transformation, and because you are the transformation, you're now a match to all of the things that you say that you want. And when you start to open up to yourself, the grander version of yourself, this beautiful, talented version of yourself, what happens is that you also then open up for things that you've been wanting for quite some time, a more abundant life overall. Okay? That is what I have for you for the month of September. That was very, very different. I'm excited for you. I hope that you are as excited. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.